some toolkits, because the challenge is, if you're going to have these conversations, they're going to be short, they're going to be unplanned, they're going to be informal or semi-formal, how do you make them effective? So I'm going to share with you this toolkit that I've designed in order to help managers, mentors and coaches have those. As I say, you know, you're skilled conversationalists, as someone rightly pointed out, women naturally are. So you can, you know, design your own. I'm just sharing with you a kind of pre-designed set. And the key thing is that any conversation that helps people reflect and really think about what they want to do involves powerful questions. So the power is in the question. Let me give you an example. I was working with a client called Ian. He was 55 and he worked in a mental health trust in the NHS in the UK. And at 55 in the mental health sector, you can retire. So he was thinking about retirement, which seemed a bit strange having that conversation because he was really youthful looking. He was quite grey haired, but in that kind of whole George Clooney kind of fashion. And he was very tanned because he spent a lot of time outdoors biking. And this was the dilemma. Did he, while he was still young, you know, retire and do more biking and that kind of thing? So I said, okay, Ian, suppose we wave a magic wand and we're suddenly projected forward to your retirement party. I want you to think about your perfect retirement party. What would people be saying about you in their speeches? And for the best part of an hour, we explored this one question, but looking at it through lots of different people at the party. So his boss, his team members, his colleagues, his service users, his friends, his family. And at the end, he said, do you know what? I'm not ready to retire yet. He said, I have done a lot and I am tired because there's a lot of change going on in the trust and there's a lot of staff issues and it is demanding. But there's still a couple of things I want to do if I'm going to leave the legacy that I want to leave. So that legacy and contribution, that's clearly his motivation. And he said, you know what? Exploring all this has actually reminded me why I do this work. And I'm quite excited about, you know, doing it and getting back into it and reminding myself what it is I'm here to do. And that's the power of a good question. But it can be hard to have those at your fingertips when you need them. And so the idea of this toolkit is to do the heavy lifting for people. And it's basically a set of thoughtfully conceived questions to help the other person reflect, gain some insights, and decide what action they want to take. It puts the focus on the employee, and it helps them decide what they're going to do so that they take ownership. There's 10 sets of questions. It's very practical. It's flexible, so you can use one tool. You can use all 10 tools in a sequence, or you can use them in any random order. But the key thing is that you can have a conversation in 10 to 15 minutes.